Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Mickey in Minutes. I'm your host, Nick Lazaga, and on this episode, an Aulani merch haul, and actually merch from other places in Hawaii as well. As you probably know, we just got back from Hawaii. We spent a couple nights in Maui, and then we flew over to stay at the beautiful Disney Aulani Resort. And we got merch from a lot of different places, and I just want to share those items with you guys today. And yeah, let's jump right in. So let's start off with some of the freebies. Of course, when you check into Aulani, we're going to be switching back and forth between Aulani and other things from like Maui and stuff, but we'll start with Aulani. So when you check into Aulani, you are given this amazing button. Now, if you go to the Disney parks, you know that these celebration buttons are quite special, right? So this one, of course, I was looking forward to getting for a long time because it has Duffy on it, and we're going to talk a lot about Duffy in this video. So yeah, we got this one, and we also got, since we mentioned that we were celebrating our 9th wedding anniversary, they gave us something a little special here. They gave us 2 more buttons that have our names on it, and say that we're celebrating 9 years. So these are so cute. I'm not even going to attempt to read the Hawaiian text, but of course it says Aulani on it. So they're very, very special. Um, yeah. Now some more freebies. Of course, if you ask cast members, they'll often give you stickers. Here's one of the stickers that we got from a cast member, exclusive to Aulani, and got a couple more stickers. I'm not quite sure where they are, but a couple like Duffy stickers and whatnot. But that's the one I could find right now. Of course, we're still trying to unpack everything, so some things might be missing. Of course, the other freebies, the room key, right? Who doesn't keep their room keys when you go to places like this? Beautiful. And if you're taking pictures, they gave you some photo pass cards. So of course, there you go, another freebie item there. Um, for the ladies, when you check into a room at Aulani, they usually put a towel Mickey on the bed and a cute little hair clip. Right, this looks like the flowers that you see all over Hawaii, and yeah, these are pretty cute. Chelsea, my wife, obviously wore that quite a bit while we were out there. Um, oh yeah, one more really really cool freebie that was in the room is this artwork of Aulani. This was drawn by Brett Iwin, who of course is the voice of Mickey Mouse and a an amazing artist in his own right. And so there you go. This of course is gonna get framed, right? It's so cute. This reminds me of me and Chelsea sitting on the little inner tubes in the lazy river, and of course you have Aulani building in the background, and this is where the water slides are. If you've ever been to Aulani, um, so this is great. I think this is gonna end up going right back there somewhere. Um, so I'm actually redoing the back wall of my studio here. So in future videos, you're gonna see some more Disney back here, and that Alani picture is gonna be up there for sure. So I think that's it for the freebies for now. Now, who likes collecting pins? Because I absolutely love collecting pins. So I have some pins to show you. Now, first pin I'm going to show you is actually a not a Lonnie pin. If you've been to Hawaii, then you've probably heard of this great restaurant called Monkey Pod, and they have really great mai tais there. And there's one across from Aulani, but actually we went to the Monkey Pod in Maui, and I got this pin. Of course, it's of the mai tai, and it says Monkey Pod, and yeah, I had to get it because drank a lot of different mai tais on this trip. Had some really good ones. I really enjoyed the monkey pod one, which actually Chelsea didn't like this one. This was like her least favorite one, I guess. But I liked it enough to get the pin. Also, I wanted something to remember monkey pod by. But let's get to some Disney pins. So I got 2 Disney Alani pins because why not? So let me show you this first one. This is Aulani Obviously, it has the buildings. It has Mickey and Minnie on a Wayfinder boat, which that's the backdrop for the luau show. It's the stage also, but there's also a Wayfinder boat like this in the lazy river. So it kind of works both ways. We didn't see the luau in Aulani. We ended up seeing the luau, a different luau in Maui. Um, but yeah, this is so cute. And it has, of course, Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Donald, and Daisy hanging out in the pool there. And of course, it has the classic silhouette building of or the silhouettes of the characters, and then the building of Aulani. That structure is just iconic, and now that I've been there, it's in my brain forever. So first pin, second pin. Like I said, there's gonna be more Duffy in this video, and here we go. This is Duffy and Olumel hanging out in Aulani. They're exploring, and you have the building in the background. And yeah, this is just the cutest. So I was like on the fence. I was like, well, which pin should I get? And why not both, right? Like that, like that taco commercial, right? Why not both? So this is only the first of the Duffy items, or I guess second if you include the button here. But yeah, so got some good pins here. And I wanted to get a Duffy pin, and they had all the individual character pins. But Olumel is kind of like the unofficial mascot of Hawaii, of Aulani, and of course Duffy is the main character. So I had to get this. If you've been checking out our Instagram, following Mickey and Minutes on Instagram, you've seen that we met Duffy and we met Shelly May, and they were both wonderful characters. I was a little disappointed that Olumel didn't do any meets. We were there for 3 days at Aulani, and there were no Olumel meets the entire time we were there. So I was a little sad about that, but it's okay. We got to meet Duffy and Shelly, and it was just so magical, so special. We met Minnie also. We did the character breakfast, and we met Minnie, and I told Minnie uh, that she did such a wonderful job creating Duffy. Because if you don't know the story, Minnie sewed Duffy and gave him to Mickey before one of his voyages, and they became best pals. And so Minnie, she was all like, "Oh," she did the heart thing, and then she went like this, like she like sewed Duffy, and it was just so cute. So yeah, so those are pins, magnets, right? Had to get magnets, right? So of course I have magnets all over my fridge, and I had to get an Aulani magnet. So there were so many cute ones to choose from. So we picked this one. This is a wooden one, and it's a Disney artist exclusive, and it has Stitch. It says Alani, and there's a bunch of like Stitch. Well, there's about 2 Stitch statues, and we saw Stitch out and about at Alani as well. And of course, he's eating the shaved ice, which we of course had the Mickey shaved ice in Alani, and it was spectacular. So I figured this would be the perfect magnet to commemorate our trip, and now it's gonna be on my fridge, and every time I look at it, I'm gonna remember our wonderful, wonderful Alani stay. Of course, we're gonna do a podcast episode. I'm gonna have Chels on the podcast, and we're gonna talk all about our Alani stay and our entire Hawaii stay. So stay tuned for more details on the trip. But yeah, let's get on with that merch haul. So we got another magnet here as well. This one actually wasn't for us. We're sending this over to Chelsea's grandmother because she loves magnets too. But I gotta show it to you. It's so cute. So there's Minnie on one of those like stand-up like paddle boards, and it's just so cute. It has the Alani logo there, and super super cute. So those are magnets, guys. Oh, and I forgot to mention another freebie. Actually, at some point during our trip, we got sent up to our room a free pair of robes and some house shoes, some slippers. And so we couldn't keep the robes, but we got the slippers. So they have the Alani logo here, and yeah, nice pair of freebies there. So can't argue with a good, well, cute pair of house shoes, anyways. So let's get on to apparel. So right now I'm wearing, this is not an Alani shirt. This is a Roosevelt. Disney partnered with Roosevelt, did some really great Disney park stuff. This is a Tiki Room one. Did not get this in Alani, but I thought it was fitting for this. But some things I did get in Alani, or we got in Alani. I got this great T-shirt. So here's the front, Aulani logo, and then the back. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? So I thought it was beautiful. I love the color here. This is the shirt that I got for myself. Um, let's see, the shirt that my wife got, super cute. Let's see. There we go. Little Mickey silhouette, and it says Aulani on it. There's the building as well. Now this is something I'm extremely excited about. So I love these button up or button down shirts, whatever you call them. And so part of my birthday present, my wife got me this amazing Duffy and Friends. It's all unbuttoned right now, but there we go. It has all the characters on it, all the Duffy and Friends characters, and it has let's see, Aulani buildings on it right there as well. So I just fell in love with this shirt because of course I fell in love with the Duffy characters, and so I got that really cute button-up shirt that I'm just really stoked on. So those are some of the apparel that we got. Let's move on to Christmas ornaments. So of course, if you've been watching this show or listening to this podcast for a while, you know that my wife is a Christmas ornament collector. She collects all the Disney ornaments. We did last summer Christmas in July, and we talked about ornaments. Spoiler alert, I think we're doing that again, another Christmas in July episode next month. So look out for that. But I'm gonna show some of these awesome ornaments that we got here. So of course, the building. This is the best ornament. This, I think, is my favorite one. So here's the building ornament. It is so detailed. And then in the back, more detail. There's Mickey and Minnie, and that's like what the inside of the window looked like. And yeah, it is just so detailed. It's so cute. I love it so much. Um, that's the building ornament. And then if you've ever stayed in Aulani or you've seen some videos of Aulani, you know that there's a very adorable lamp in the hotel rooms, and it has Mickey playing a ukulele. Well, they have an ornament of that very lamp. Look at this, guys. This is the lamp that they have in the rooms, and it is so detailed and so beautiful. So hopefully you can see that. It says Aulani down there on the bottom. And yeah, it's just incredible. Of course, it lights up. I'm not pulling the tab on any of these items because, gotta preserve the battery, but it does light up, and it's the iconic Aulani lamp in an ornament form. It's so cute. All right, 2 more ornaments to talk about. Let me not damage any of these. I would get in a lot of trouble if I broke these. All right, so this next one is the ear hat ornament. My wife collects the ear hat series. So here's the Aulani ear hat ornament. Look at that. So beautiful. So much detail on it. I love how it has kind of like the mountains being represented here. From our hotel room, we could see the ocean on one side, and then on the other side, we can see the beautiful, like, mountain ranges, I guess you can call them, of Hawaii, and it's gorgeous. And in the back, there's more. In the back, you can see this like waterscape. There's some fish and a turtle swimming in the water. And of course, the detail up top. We have the lazy river here, and there's like the mountain where the water slides are, and then lounging by the pool. And then, oh, and I forgot to show you in the front, there's the shaved ice counter. So cute. And over here, the Wayfinder boat and the happy sun, because everyone's happy in Aulani, even the sun. It's so beautiful. Gosh, I'm so like nostalgic for Aulani now. I've been back for 3 days, and I can't. I'm not over it. I don't think I'll ever be over it. All right, last ornament had to get because Duffy. So here is Duffy floating along in the lazy river there, and of course, what I love about this is the inner tube that he's floating on has the same pattern as the actual inner tubes, the ones that we actually floated on. This was a game changer. My wife was like, was saying that that is the reason that she pulled the trigger on buying this ornament. This was the last ornament we bought, and I was pushing for it because Duffy, and he's actually fuzzy. He's got a little fuzz on him. But she was like, "Oh, the selling point for her was the pattern there on the inner tube, and of course in the back it says Duffy and Friends, Aulani." So, uh, it's so cute. So I'm gonna switch gears here for 1 second. There's more Aulani merch. There's a lot more Aulani merch to show you. Um, but I want to switch gears for a second and talk about something else, something really popular just in Hawaii in general. And basically, like every store I went into in Aulani was selling this product. It's called Coco Nene. So if you've been to Hawaii, you probably know exactly what I'm about to show you just by me saying that. But even in the Aulani stores, they were selling Coco Nene products, and so we actually went into a full-on like brick and mortar Coco Nene store in Maui at what's it called, Whalers Village, the shopping center there, and that's actually where we went to Monkey Pod as well. But so Coco Nene are these displays slash frames that are all wooden, and you pick like the pieces that you want. So I'm going to be very careful and try to show you these. So you select the base. It's a surfboard base, and it has these little slats in them where you put your frame and your other little items that you pick out to represent your trip. And so we picked out a bunch of items that represented the first half of our trip, actually, when we were staying over in Maui, and a frame to go along with it. So let me see if I can show you these items without dropping anything. So the frame we selected was not only Coco Nene, but it was a signature artist series from artist Jack Sorin, and it is just a beautiful frame there. So we picked it because the sailboats here, when we were in Maui, we were just sitting out on the beach and watching dozens of these beautiful sailboats go by, and it was just such a gorgeous sight. And I just really latched on to the sailboat there. Whoops, don't want to drop this. And so the sailboats became a really big part of our stay in Maui. And so I picked the frame with the sailboats on it. And like I showed you, there's all the little slats on the surfboard part, the base, where you can put all the different items. So the frame goes in the back, and here are the items that we selected that represented our Maui trip. So there's a chicken, right? If you've been to Hawaii, you know the chickens. They're everywhere. We picked a cute little hula girl because we saw the luau over in Maui. Of course, the shaved ice. We also had shaved ice on Maui. We went to a place called Aulani's. I think it's called Aulani's. And we had shaved ice there. That was the best shaved ice I've ever had. It even beat out the Disney one. Of course, Disney was Mickey shaped, but yeah, best shaved ice ever. Of course, we got palm trees because, whoops, palm trees. It's not Hawaii without palm trees. And then Hawaii. This actually is going to get stuck onto the top of the frame there. We got this flower. Of course, these flowers are everywhere, and it's beautiful, beautiful representation of Hawaii. And then wave here, because I will tell you, the water in Hawaii is not calm, right? At least where we were staying, there were constant waves coming in, and even just sitting close to shore and like lounging, the waves were constantly crashing in, and it was just so beautiful, guys. It was so gorgeous. And so once we put this together and put a picture in it, I will post a picture of our full Coco Nene display so that you guys can see it all put together. Or we might actually put an Aulani picture in the frame to tie it into both parts of the trip. But there you go. The Coco Nene. So like I said, they had products from this company in the Aulani stores, and pretty much every shop we went to that sold like Hawaii, like novelties and stuff, they had these Coco Nene items. And yeah, so just a really cool Hawaii, not just a frame, like a whole display. So now let's talk about that display because we had to buy an Aulani piece to go on our Aulani shelf. So we're gonna build a whole like Hawaii shelf actually. And so there was a piece that I've been seeing online from Aulani that I've been wanting to get my hands on for a long time, and of course we got it, and that is gonna go on the shelf with our Coco Nene, and it's this little light here, and I'm not gonna pull the tab to light it up, but it is just so beautiful and so detailed, and it's the perfect shelfie item. So we're gonna set up our cool frame display and put this next to it as well, and you know, we like shelf displays in our house. We like to nothing is random on any shelf in our house. So we're making a whole Hawaii shelf, and this is the perfect item to go along with it. So that's that. Now, there are a few more items to get to. If you've been watching our social media, our Instagram or our YouTube, you've seen our unboxings maybe. If you if you haven't seen those yet, we posted on Reels and on YouTube Shorts unboxing of the Duffy and Friends blind boxes. We bought two of them. We bought two of the Duffy and Friends blind boxes and we unboxed them right there in Hawaii. I'm gonna spoil them now. I'm gonna show you who we got, but would still really appreciate it if you go and watch those videos because they're quite fun, and if anything, just for the beautiful backdrop of Aulani. But we got two of the blind boxes, and they come with miniature Duffy and Friends plush in exclusive outfits. And the first one we opened was Shelly May. Look how cute she is. She has her little shell there and her cute little dress. She has the Mickey icon on the back of her dress there, and her paws, of course, the Mickey imprints on them. So, Shelly May, this is from the cute little blind box. Um, and of course, from the other blind box, we were both super stoked on this. We got the cutest guy, the most fedorable guy ever. This is Gelatoni. Look how cute Gelatoni is. His little tail there. He's got his cute shirt on. Of course, he has the Mickey prints on his paws there. And look at his hat. It's a little fedora. Gelatoni. Handsome fella there. So yeah, there we go. These are the two blind boxes that we got from the exclusive. I don't know, they're exclusive to Aulani. They're in Disneyland now. They're in Disney World now, but we got them in Aulani, and they're cute. Um, Now we couldn't leave without a Duffy, right? We could not leave without a Duffy. So of course we got the Aulani. These are Aulani exclusives. These keychains, cute little keychain characters, and we had to get Duffy, right? Here's the cute little Duffy. He has a Aulani. Well, it says Duffy and Friends on one side, and there we go, Aulani. There it is, Aulani on the other side, and here we go, his little Aulani tag, and his Duffy little storybook here. Right, this is the tag that tells you the story of Duffy. Now they all came with that. We got our nieces. Two of these keychains. They both wanted Stella Lou, so we got them both Stella Lou, and they had the tags as well. The mystery plush also came with tags. They're not attached. They were in the boxes as well. They're around here somewhere. But just know that if you buy the mystery boxes, you will get the tag as well. So there we go. Our Duffy keychain, and I think. Oh wait, there's some more things I'm gonna have to get off camera in a second. So hold on. But the last thing I have in front of me right now is, guys, I had to get Olumel. I had to get Olumel. This Olumel is special. He's a little bigger because he's one of those shoulder plush. So if you notice back here in my studio, I have the where it is. There it is. The bird Rummy, Peg Leg Pete from Pirates of the Caribbean, and he's up there on top of my bar. So I'm gonna put Olumel up there as well, and shoulder plush Olumel, of course. There's the tag, and the other side of the magnet is in there somewhere. There it is. Boop boop. So very cute. So I think that's all the Duffy stuff that we got. I have a couple more items to show you. Let me go grab those. All right. So I have a couple more items to show you that I almost forgot about, but I'm so glad I didn't because these are awesome items. Now, of course, we collect popcorn buckets because, we collect everything. This was the Aulani bucket while we were there. They were actually about to change it to another one in a couple weeks, so I'm glad we were able to grab this one. It looks like a postcard. Look at that. Of course, it's got Mickey, Minnie, the whole gang, Daisy, Donald, Goofy, Pluto, all hanging out in the beautiful Aulani. Aloha from Aulani. So another popcorn bucket to add to our collection. What I loved about it is that it looks like a sand castle bucket, right? So cute. I love it so much. Just another one to add to our collection. We're going to Disney World in a few weeks, so we're gonna get more popcorn buckets. All right, last two items are absolutely awesome. So now, of course, if you've ever been to a Disney resort, they have the refillable resort mugs. And they have the plastic version and the stainless steel version. We always go for the stainless steel version because I like to take them to work. So of course, I was really looking forward to this mug. They were about to change over to a whole new design in a couple weeks, so I'm glad I got this one. And here it is. I've been wanting this for a long, long time. Has the mountain behind the Aulani building, which, like I said, we can see from our hotel room. It's amazing. Mickey playing ukulele in the palm trees, and I'm in love with this. I will be taking this to work with me very often and just daydreaming about my Aulani vacation while I use that mug. And of course, my wife got one as well. They had three different designs. We got two out of three. My wife got the Moana version. There was a lot of Moana around. We saw Moana. I waved to Moana from the lazy river. So great. So there she is with Maui and Pua and Hey Hey in the front there. And of course, it has the Aulani word mark. And it's just so cool. So, yeah, I think that's the last item. If I forgot anything, I'll have to cut them in like I did with this segment here. There's just so many things. I keep finding things. I keep finding more merch items that I need to show you guys. But I think that's it for now. So if you've enjoyed this merch haul, please give this video a thumb up. Please like, subscribe, do all the things. Tell your friends about Mickey in Minutes. And there's going to be a lot more videos coming soon. I'm starting a brand new show on this channel called The Weekly Top 3. If you've watched this channel before, then you know I used to do Mim Mondays talking about latest Disney news. This new Weekly Top 3 show is going to be basically that again, talking about the top 3 biggest Disney news stories of the week, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. And of course, subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify for the podcast, for the Mickey in Minutes podcast. We're going to be doing a full trip report from Aulani and Hawaii very, very soon. And of course, we're going to Walt Disney World in a few weeks. And so there'll be more content on that as well. The latest episode is up on the podcast. It's called You're Going to Disney Again? And yeah, it explains to all the haters out there why we Disney fans can't stop going to Disney, right? There's always something new. And even if there isn't, it's in our blood, right? Disney is our thing. So thank you so much for joining me on this Aulani merch haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think was the coolest item that we got here? And are there any Aulani merch items that we didn't get that we should have gotten, or anything like that? Are you going to Aulani anytime soon? What merch are you looking forward to buying? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm your host, Nick Lazaga. This is Mickey in Minutes, and I will see you next time. Bye.